Hi, it's Dr. Dyan Haspel-Johnson. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you here. I would love to know how you have been sleeping and what things you're working on and what's improving, and if any of these sleep tips that you've been watching in this space have helped you. I would love to know which ones do and which ones not so much. And yeah, I would love to hear. Let me know in the comments below. So I want to talk to you about another metaphor that I really like to use in sleep self-hypnosis. Actually, in a lot of self-hypnosis, because I think it can be really helpful with our moods and feelings of feeling insecure, feelings of threat, feelings of anxiety, worries about our health, worries about the world, worries about politics, worry about all these things that keep us up at night. And I often use these types of metaphors, like they're in the 9 Weeks to Sound Sleep self-hypnosis system packages that I have online. And the reason that I focus on metaphors, because that's the language of the unconscious. That's what we dream, how we dream in metaphor. And it's what the unconscious likes to think about. So we can speak to the unconscious in its language, and it's going to help us out a little more. It's going to understand that. So let's focus on the concept of trees. So you can either imagine yourself as a strong-rooted tree, or you can imagine yourself coming across a beautiful tree. It could be a redwood, it could be a sequoia, it could be a banyan tree, it could be any kind of tree wherever you are and whatever kind of tree you really love. And just really think about it, because with self-hypnosis, the name of the game is where we put our attention, where we put our focus. And that is how the more we focus on that thing, the more the peripheral things, including the busy mind, kind of fade away. And this is true actually of pain. Like most of the time, people with chronic pain think that they have pain all the time, and that could be emotional, that could be physical. But in fact, it's not exactly true, because sometimes we might be watching a movie, or sometimes we do fall asleep, even if we feel like we don't have good quality rest. And so letting these things go to the background, that's what happens with self-hypnosis. We can train ourselves to do that. So if you focus on a tree and you think about the tree and you imagine yourself as the tree, or you notice the tree and think about the depth of those roots, how those roots go far below the earth, far below what we can see. And as we start to do that, we start to give actually a metaphoric suggestion to go deep to the areas of ourselves that we can't see. That's the unconscious, right? Now we're starting to plant little seeds about falling asleep, right? Because we're starting to focus on the areas that we don't see, but where there are roots and where we feel connection, right? So we're staying connected to ourselves. We're giving ourselves a suggestion to be connected to ourselves at a deep level, to the root. And then just notice how the trunk of the tree, you might notice the bark and how strong it is. And that's maybe, as you focus on that, that's actually giving yourself a suggestion about feeling protected, about that armor of protection, because the bark protects the tree, it protects the insides of the tree. And then notice those branches and the leaves, and maybe you notice how those begin to sway in the wind a little bit, right? That's our flexibility, our ability. We're giving ourselves a suggestion when we notice those swaying branches while the trunk is solid, that we're solid in ourselves, but we can move with the wind, we can bend, but we won't break, those kinds of things. So these are self-hypnotic suggestions, and you can focus on this when you're going to sleep, and it's going to help you so that I think you'll sleep better, and when you wake up, I think you'll feel stronger and more flexible, and all these things that you're giving yourself suggestions about. And you can always tell yourself that you're only going to have the suggestions that are for the highest good. I give suggestions like that in all of the self-hypnosis that I teach people, and all of the hypnosis recordings I make. So there's always safeties there, so that people always feel safe, and that they're only going to have happen what's good for them to have happen. All right, so give it a try. Let me know how it goes. Download the free ebook and video from the link in my profile. I think you're going to really like it, and be sure to subscribe. Follow me here, support the channel, get more of these great sleep tips, and join me again soon. Okay? Sweet dreams.